Isn't that cool? Let's see if it sounds any different on the Remarkable. So we'll do alert default, heartbeat. And here we are walking outside testing that circular ring. I'm wearing a Garmin and a Fitbit to verify that I'm walking, and it's still on my right index finger. Oh, you really want to see it? Hang on. Make me take off my gloves. Yeah, there it is. It doesn't shift much. Like I said earlier, those charging prongs really keep it in place. Anyway, I really want to see my step count and other data. I hope it shows up soon. It's been a full 24 hours and change. Still wearing the circular ring. No steps, but some of the stuff is working. And now we're at present day. So circular day 1 was all the way back on Thursday. Friday was rough. Actually, Thursday, the first 24 hours were rough. But then I just kind of eased into the new gadget. I tried my left index and my right, tried my thumb, even though they say no. And then I finally landed, yeah, it fits the best on my right index finger. And then over the most of the day, I've been wearing my Oura Ring 3 right next to the circular one. I don't think they should be interfering with each other. I'll find out. But yeah, it's an interesting device. The Apple thing did not work, and after talking to support, they recommended that I just stay on the phone. The Android phone, the OnePlus 9 Pro, it's running Android 13. And then this morning, more time with the circular support. I've had my best luck talking to the support team through Facebook Messenger. Go figure, right? And I'm so embarrassed. I did not see under the settings that it had not synchronized since January 5th. So January 5th was the day I unboxed it, and I connected to the iPhone, then the Android phone, so then the 6th went by, and then the 7th, and then the 8th, and the 9th. So my 5th day, I'm like, where's all my data? And they're like, yeah, we're not showing that you've sent any data. Luckily, the data was still on my phone. It just had not synchronized to the circular cloud. Whether that cloud is in France, I do not know the location. But all of a sudden, my step count showed, and I went back several days, and I still had step count and breathing. Oh, sorry, and breathing, breaths per minute, all that data, data, sleep analysis from last night and several nights before. Last night, 95 sleep quality score. And for some reason, and all the trackers do this. I've had Apple do this. Well, I'm not wearing my Apple Watch right now, at least not that you can see. It's on my leg. Okay, fine. Yeah. And it's actually not really staying put. I usually tape it. The stats aren't as accurate, but they're pretty close. The sleep analysis is pretty good. Disturbances, we'll review that later on. I'm just glad the data is there, and I haven't had any synchronization errors since. So all day Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and most of Monday morning, I was getting this SyncAir ES02, Echo Sierra 02. And that's because the data was coming from the ring, going to my phone, but then not going into the cloud. And then I thought the error was going away, and then it was synchronizing. It actually wasn't going anywhere, but I didn't really lose any data because somehow, even after I dissociated the ring, so it's kind of cool, right there in the app, you click on the ring, it shows your battery life. You can click on manage my rings, and then right there I see the date. It says the 9th. Maybe you can't read that, but on your app you'll be able to do that. And I clicked that red X and said dissociate, and then I had to add it as a new ring, and that was the 5th time I've done that in 5 days, but actually the only time I've done it since Thursday. Sorry, a lot of details. Then all of a sudden it just started working, so yay! I'm just glad I didn't switch phones in between that, because then I would have lost 3 days of data. And then unlike on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, instead of saying, oh, you got 3 more days, 2 more days, the whole calibration period, now it just shows my info. It still needs a few more days before it can give a really good picture, which makes sense. Polar does that, and several other devices, they do require that you use them for a certain period of time before they can give you good analysis. So what have I learned about this ring so far? Yeah, I've learned quite a bit. So day 2, the morning after, that was rough. Nearly 14 hours after the unboxing, this circular wearable still resides on my right index finger. And stayed on all night, didn't move around too much, and for the power prongs to keep in position. So I kind of think, yes, a lot of people have complained about those prongs right there, but in a way, they kind of help the ring stay put. Number 1, battery life only dropped to 87%, so it dropped about 13% over 14 hours. The red light didn't wake me up, but that red light, it really glows at night, or other people refer to it like, would that disturb other people in the movie theater? I don't know. I'll have to wear it the next time I go to a movie, and we'll see. It did connect to the Android Circular Lab really easily, and I haven't had any connection issues over the last 4 days, but somehow, even though I thought it was connected, it did. So on the back end, not the front end, so basically this is the front end, everything that I see, but in the back end on the circular servers, that's where they show that this actual ring, this serial number, wasn't connected to any one, even though it was collecting data and storing the app. Kind of weird. Sleep analysis was still blank, and it was still blank all day Friday, all day Saturday, all day Sunday. By Monday morning, I was quite distraught, and I just wanted to take it away. Okay, so back to the 14 hours later, everything was still blank. Smart alarm did somehow work, though. It went off about a half an hour before it was supposed to, so that's good. So I made it in performance mode a full 2 days, pretty much. And then at the end of day 2 summary, I wrote down, does Ring an app truly require 4 days for analysis and calibration? Because I was really frustrated and my activity was still blank. So then we go to Saturday, day 3. I was able to somewhat duplicate the cool circular logo on my tablet. This is remarkable too, by the way. Minutes after waking up this morning, my brain was filled with excitement as I had hoped for more data to display inside the Sleep app. No. 9 a.m. Chatted with Circular support via Facebook Messenger. They told me on Friday someone would follow up with me about data issues. Nobody followed up with me. 13:10, Sync Air ESO2 again. Battery down to 24%. 0 cardio, 0 steps. But hey, the timer still worked. And then I started to think, well, what if I tried on my middle finger? And I did. I wore it on my middle finger for several hours, but I've been wearing this other silicone ring. And boy, it feels so much wider and thicker on the middle ring. It's really more comfortable on the index finger, and that goes with the Oura rings as well. Day 4, I didn't really log much. Still not seeing any data points, still getting that ESO2 error. And then finally, Monday, boom, all of a sudden I could see that I got 7,304 steps on Sunday, 2,004 calories, 18 cardio points. I went on a 1.5 mile walk, and I slept 9 hours and 22 minutes. And as far as the sleep windows, they're matching with my Oura rings. And I'll show you that side by side in just a minute. Overall, for a beta app and a beta gadget, it's been good. I can't say that I'm impressed yet, but I'm not as discouraged as I was during that onboarding process and all the errors that I had connecting it with my iPhone. And I've learned especially over the last year, but on and off, my experiences over the last 5 years testing gadgets gadgets always favor an iPhone or an Android phone. And I'd show you my iPhone, but I'm filming on it. Almost always, it's hard to find an app that's just completely identical across Android and Apple. This one seems to favor Android. There we go. If that changes, I'll let you know. Let's compare the apps side by side and take a dive into the data. If no apps open, we'll do a sync test. So this is connected to my Oura Ring 3.0 that's on my left index finger. I thought that was the most fair because that's been on my index finger the entire time I've had this new circular ring. So this one's syncing. It's still not done. And it's done. And this one went from the ring to the phone to the cloud, back to the phone. About the same time actually. And then we can click here on the ring and it shows battery level. Very similar. Now as far as Oura really gives you three main things: your readiness, your sleep, and your activity. When we're looking at this new circular ring, you have your cardio points, your steps, your HRV, your resting heart rate. Okay, breathing, nice cards. And then quickly you can see your sleep analysis and your activity. So you have sleep and your activity, similar to Oura Ring and lots of other apps, but as readiness, we don't quite have that there. If we go to activity, we have 2 hours and 6 minutes of activity. Don't really have that. So different stats, different metrics. It did import, so yes, Strava. The Oura Ring can import from other third-party apps, which is really cool. I like the whole circular thing. It reminds me of early years of Samsung Health. But we have the steps, we have the walking equivalency, we have HR Max, very nice. Okay, body recovery, poor. And then this is really cool. Anytime you don't understand something, you can just click on it and get that nice blurb, resting heart rate, and it shows me resting heart rate. Now, interesting enough, if I go to sleep, my resting heart rate, 57, 58. Really, really close. Now, with Oura, I like this design where I can just quickly go back to yesterday. This app, you have to go to what you want to see, activity, then today, go to that calendar, and then it goes back a day, and then it quickly loads. So my energy score was 92 yesterday, almost 3 hours. Body recovery, good. And resting heart rate, 63 yesterday, whereas this ring on my left index, 58. So big difference of 5 beats. So now we'll go back to activity analysis and we'll go to Saturday. 59 resting heart rate, 88 energy score. This one gave me an 79 activity or energy score. And then we want to look at resting heart rate, 63. Again, this is beta. Oura's been out for a good 4 years. Okay, let's look at sleep. So we have a sleep score of 90 last night. This one gave me a 95. Sleep duration, 10 hours and 16 minutes, 7 hours. This one thought I was sleeping when I was actually watching TV. Oura's made the same mistake, but it didn't make that mistake last time. So we have tranquility. Okay, great. Circadian rhythm, I guess it needs more time to calculate that. Real sleep efficiency, 9 hours and 12. 64 minutes of disturbances because I was watching TV and getting snacks and, eating ice cream, normal stuff. Yeah, sleep debt, 0 minutes so far. Time to sleep, 1 minute. Or I thought it was 3 minutes. Now, what about deep sleep? Okay, I'm not seeing deep sleep on here. So it doesn't quite have that for at least that night. SpO2, 98.4, 97. Okay, pretty close. Body temperature, plus 19 degrees Fahrenheit, 0.2 Celsius under the readiness. Breathing, 11 breaths per minute. It just says good. It doesn't really have a qualification. If you're really looking for that, well, you can wear a Garmin if you want, or an Apple Watch. So there we go. You know, all in all, Now if we just want to look at steps, we have to go back to activity analysis. Then we go to today. Saturday was a pretty busy day for me. 12,244. If I go to activity, blip. 8,000. Wow, big difference. And I had to take this off when I was doing dishes because right now that's what they recommend. They've had some issues with the ceiling. But overall, the circular app is currently in beta. And then we have ŌURA. 11 hours ago, a little more about sleep analysis. Right underneath your sleep quality score, you'll find your sleep and wake periods, and I'll let you read that on your own if you want to just pause the video. 11 hours ago, today I want to tell you about your sleep analysis circle. Very first piece of information, crunches numbers, and so on and so forth. And we can't clear these, they're just there forever. Yesterday it asked me if I was taking any sleep aids, and then it was talking about calibration and the smart snooze, which is a really fun thing. So if we go to alarm clock, check out all those cool alarms, and then it color codes the alarms for the day. And this is the really cool part. When you're adding an alarm, you get to choose the vibration. So it's going to be hard to hear this through the microphone. Better yet, we'll go like this, and we'll put it on the wood right there. Listen to this. So here's the alert default. Here's heartbeat. Here's the quick, rapid, SOS, staccato, and symphony. Isn't that cool? Let's see if it sounds any different on the Remarkable. So we'll do alert default, heartbeat, quick, rapid, SOS, staccato, and symphony. Come on, that's just awesome. And then you would click save, and then there you go. But also it has smart alarms. So you can do smart snooze, and you can choose your window when you want the smart alarm to wake up. So do you want to wake up within 30 minutes, 45, and so on? And this morning, it automatically disabled the alarm when I started moving around. So that is pretty cool, but the vibration's really awesome. One other really cool feature, you click on the ring, manage my rings, and you can click vibrate to find your ring. So if it was, you know, hidden underneath that little lip of the desk, that'd be loud enough where I could find it. And then also you can remotely check the battery life and then vibrate it again. So very cool that it has kind of a hidden find me feature. And that was my day 5 with circular. It's an interesting ring. Again, you know, they just barely, if you check YouTube, there is one from 4 months ago, but before that, there aren't a lot of reviews about this new wearable tech that wraps around your finger. So when you open the app, you want to click on the hamburger there, and then you want to go to profile. Oh, nice. 94 global score, best streak 3 days, and ranked 42 in the world. And then profile information, advanced information. That's where we do our work time and all that. Open for napping, yes. And it did detect some naps, by the way. I'll go into that in another video. There we go. Care recognitions, banner. That's not a feature yet. And update notifications on. But as far as like other notifications, you're not going to get notified when you get a text message. It just doesn't work like that. But if you saw right there, they do have notifications on high heart rate and low heart rate. And that's really cool. And a huge big difference. So basically, it vibrates. It has the button. Anytime you want to know that it's on, you just hold down the button. And you'll hear it vibrate. So that's kind of cool. It has, whoops, just close it. Click on the hamburger, it has a leaderboard. This is something that Oura has never had. So top of the leaderboard, Samantha from somewhere in Britain. Awesome. Good job for you. And if we scroll down, keep scrolling, there I am. Rank number 42 with 283 cardio points. From what I can figure, the cardio points are earned by getting your heart rate up. As I've, again, yeah, I'll do this. I've just had it for 5 days, you know. But I'm just so happy that I'm seeing data in the app because I just wanted to send it back. But now I feel a little more invested and a little more interested in finding more about the app, the circular ecosystem that just wraps around my finger. That's all I have for today. Thank you so much for watching. Pithy comments, type those down below, and let me know how your onboarding experience was, if you were part of batch 1 or batch 2 and you just unwrapped this circular wearable tech. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to run farther to go further in life. Goodbye.